Welcome to this webinar called 9 Keys to Successful Enterprise Mobility Projects. My name is Ludovic Rubin. I'm the Director of Product Marketing with Magic Software. I'm not going to try to convince you that enterprise mobility is expected to be hot in 2013 and beyond, but if you are attending this webinar, it is because you see enterprise mobility as an opportunity for your organization, either for your company internal workforce to be more productive and get real-time access to enterprise system data, for fast and objective decision-making processes, or for getting your customers engaged with your company wherever they are, or finally to build your company competitive advantage or company business transformation with mobile-specific business processes. But at the same time, there are risks that decision makers and IT managers need to be aware of and have different options to minimize these risks. In a technology environment that is immature and changing, I propose today in this webinar to go through a checklist to be successful in your mobile enterprise application projects. Today, you can hear many buzzwords around mobile enterprise applications. First of all, technologies like HTML5, JavaScript, native, hybrid, cloud, but also mobile capabilities, user interface, cloud-based. There are many philosophical debates that make decision makers and IT managers a bit lost, or at least very cautious in their strategy, or later at the implementation phase. The changing environment is mainly driven by two main trends. The first main trend is the bring your own device trend. Employees using their personal mobile devices for business purposes. The trend is to limit mobile capex investments by IT, makes bring your own device a lasting trend in the future. Even though as an IT manager you say there will not be BYOD policy in my company, which by the way will be difficult to go against, you will need to make sure that your enterprise mobile applications can run on safely on different mobile devices with different forms and capabilities, because it is mostly the case that your company will support tablets and smartphones for at least 2 mobile device vendors. And here we come to the second main chaotic enterprise mobility trend, platform fragmentation. As an IT manager, you need to look at mobile operating system market share in your countries. The worldwide smartphone operating system market is highly fragmented and has dramatically changed over the past few years. RIM market share, for example, has plunged, while Android, for instance, has plummeted. Even fragmentation can exist within the same operating system, and this is the main problem of Android today. As an example, Android has 10 different versions today, going from 2.1 to 4.2. For each version, you have different sizes, the small, normal, large, extra large. For each one, you have 4 densities, lows, medium, high, extra high. This platform fragmentation in terms of operating systems, form factors, processing is a key issue when succeeding in enterprise mobile application projects, and obviously knowing exactly where mobile enterprise applications will be deployed is essential. But before deployment, you have the development phase with technologies, languages and tools, and here too multiplicity, but also proprietary and non-standard technologies and languages make everything more complex. You have a pretty long list of technologies to develop native applications. These technologies cannot be reused from one platform to another, except for HTML5 technology, which is a cross-platform development language. Moreover, these development standards are client-oriented only. To build a mobile enterprise application, server-side development with integration capabilities with backend systems, databases, cloud is absolutely required. We see 9 keys to unlock the real value of mobile enterprise applications from the business process definitions to the implementation phase. These 9 keys should help you to define a strategy that will not lock you up in a technology, business or implementation pitfalls. Let's start with the most important question in mobile enterprise application projects, and this is not the technology, not the user interface, or not the development tools. The first question to address is what business processes to mobilize and how to leverage the fact that internal workers, partners, or customers are now mobile, always connected, and take business impacting decisions via an intelligent device that has a GPS, camera, 3G or 4G broadband internet access, or is a mobile wallet. By utilizing mobile technologies, businesses can redesign processes, make them simpler, friendlier, and easy to use. A mobile enterprise application is not a desktop application adapted to a smaller screen. To have the equivalence of desktop applications on a mobile device, like a CRM application for instance, this is hard work to display the right business logic and the right data. Usually, several mobile applications are needed, each achieving a part of the total business processes of a desktop application. The second question is how to deliver benefits from innovation in technologies such as GPS, camera, location services, and more. The most innovative mobile applications are becoming transaction-oriented and leverage key mobile technologies and end-user behavior. Adapt to ever-change customer demands and addressing them closer to the customer, like just think about a presentation, a product catalog on an iPad, which is connected to a real-time ERP system without the need to keep latest version, printing, etc. Obviously, types of user, if there are internal users, external users, is key input for a mobile enterprise application project and has impact on user experience requirements, management infrastructure, or security. These mobile business processes require to be innovative to have them adopted by their users and be a business differentiator for the enterprise. You can even think of integrating other types of business processes like machine-to-machine communications. Mobile enterprise projects have an objective to reduce the total cost of doing businesses and improving the bottom line. They require adaptability as they may involve with user experience, device capabilities, or business transformation. They will change over the time and will be optimized. The second main topic to address is how to connect to the enterprise with multiple systems. The connection to enterprise IT systems is most often underestimated and is a bottleneck in most of mobile projects compared to client-side or user interface development. It usually represents a high effort and cost in the overall project because it often requires expensive specialized resources both on the technical and business sides. For example, in a recent report, MGI Research assessed it as 70% add-on on the mobile project cost. Actually, there are two ways to approach it. The first one is the custom point-to-point non-standard data integration that leads to an unmanageable and non-enterprise grade solution. Secondly, the best way, which is standard, future-proof, SOA-based data and application integration solution for legacy, on-premise, hosted, or cloud-based environments. There are very few solutions today on the market that can cover the full scale of requirements. Enterprise should invest time and effort in it because this is key for application functionality, for performance, scalability, time to market, and security. It is very important that enterprises define backend system integration points and technologies and choose a solution that is future-proof, standard, scalable, which is key for transaction-based mobile applications, and support multiple application architectures like cloud, legacy, and on-premise. There are some technologies based on web services, XML, JSON, and multi-platform integration layers that should be considered. The third main point is to know on which mobile operating systems and forms to deploy your mobile enterprise applications. This has an effect on the business logic of the application, on the user interface requirements, but mostly on the native capabilities of the device and its operating system that can be leveraged. Secondly, what mobile features, whatever they are, hardware or software related, can you use and leverage, and what technology to use? Then, how to catch up with new functionalities that will be implemented over the time. Native functions are added over and over at a pace that standard technologies like HTML5 can hardly manage to catch up. Finally, how to manage platform differences and get the best of each platform capabilities without sacrificing productivity and user experience. The discussion here is about native client built-in direct API calls, native wrapper like PhoneGap providing high-level multi-platform JavaScript interfaces that can call native APIs, or browser-based HTML5 clients. Every technology has its pros and cons, but we see a strong trend for high-level multi-platform native APIs complemented by limited and controlled native code. Mobile architecture is probably one of the most controversial topics discussed today between supporters of HTML5 pretending that HTML5 technology is the most productive, feature-rich architecture for multi-platform enterprise applications, and supporters of the native approach saying that native apps have superior performance, user experience, and better native integration. The rest would support the hybrid approach, taking the best of the two worlds, focusing HTML5 technology for the user interface part of the application, or the native container that HTML5 code can interface with to access native APIs. Basically, the right architecture will depend on the application type, content type, level of native integration, offline support, performance objectives, and security requirements. For basic content-based applications, HTML5 architecture is mostly suitable, knowing its limitation like performance. More complex applications, transaction-based applications with strong device integration capabilities, would mostly be native or hybrids with part of the UI or business logic wrapped in a native container. In terms of tools and solutions, an important criteria for enterprises is the flexibility to choose the right architecture for their changing needs. The fifth question that comes now is which strategy and tools to choose for developing your mobile enterprise applications for best time to market and quality. Different languages and tools are provided by operating system manufacturers or third-party technology providers. They can be adapted to client-side business logic, like Objective-C for iOS or G2SC for Android, server-side business logic, or the type of application architectures that are targeted. Choosing the right languages and tools is important in terms of agility, reusability, and functionalities, and it's not necessarily correlated to the mobile architectures you are looking for. Many development tools are based on Eclipse or Visual Studio that are already used by many developers, but development strategy in terms of languages and skills has a huge impact on quality, productivity, and cost, not only on the development phase, but also on the application upgrade and maintenance phases. For example, if you choose a low-level development language, what you will earn in flexibility, you might lose in productivity or quality. I would like to give you an example of developing a native application with a native development language. A typical project would start with a client-side development with one stream per the targeted platform. Then, multiple server-side development streams using, for example, server-side technologies like PHP, Ajax, or Ruby. Then, you would add as many integration development streams as required for point-to-point integration. Obviously, you will need also to develop the communication layers and test, deploy, and maintain all these codes. The whole process is quite heavy, risky in terms of quality, and not adapted to fast time-to-market environment. Let's take now a web or hybrid application developed with web technologies. In this case, a typical project would also start with a client-side development using this time HTML5, for example, with one development stream for all the platforms, then multiple server-side development streams for server-side logic. Then you would add as many integration development streams as required for also point-to-point integration. In the same way, you will need to test, deploy, and maintain all this code. The whole process is in this case probably less heavy and risky, but still is not optimized. Finally, the last example I want to give you is how to develop an hybrid or native application using an end-to-end development platform covering client-side, server-side, and integration development. You would in this case have only one development stream, and the whole process here would be optimized for best quality, time to market, and high flexibility. Let's now address the user interface aspect. First, we see many times that the developer is also responsible for the UI design, and this is a mistake. Every mobile application project must have a designer that has expertise in user experience, mobile usability, and OS capabilities. We see three different phases here. The requirement phase with input from the end users, the mockup creation phase, where you can, for example, use interesting tools like Balsamiq or other free tools that you can find on the internet, and UI design, which looks at the colors, pictures, and even an action management. An important point is that mobile enterprise applications do not need the most fancy UI like games or other B2C applications, because other parameters are counting like performance, efficiency, and business-oriented user experience. Security is also an important aspect and has different layers. First, at the device level, by providing secure communication between mobile devices and the enterprise systems. Then enterprise data protections, identifications, authentications, access right management, policy management. And secondly, at the application level, by providing provisioning solutions, access management, sandboxes, or policy management. There are different solutions and technologies for addressing security aspects. Mobile device management, including HTTPS, authentication and encryption, policy management and enforcement, remote lock or wipeout functionalities, and mobile application management. Deployment is all about distributing the right application to the right devices. It can be made very simply manually by the IT department with USB connections or SD cards, but this solution is not scalable, is time and cost consuming. It can alternatively be pushed automatically towards the mobile devices when they connect to the network in a secure way for a B2E application or via a public app store for a B2C application. For the B2E application segment, there is a main trend to have a private app store where users will discover enterprise validated applications to them and will be able to download them remotely over the air or via a URL link. For the B2C application segment, public app stores are the solutions which need to be compliant with OS vendor rules. These solutions make easier the app update processes, which is often forgotten in the process or difficult to achieve with lock-in development solutions. The usage of private and public app stores with the association of MDM solutions enables a better control and management for getting application usage to optimize the applications and user experience. In some private app store solutions, you can push updates based on policy defined. The last key aspect to consider is how you will implement your mobile enterprise application project. Are you considering, for example, working from scratch or extending your existing desktop-based application? Do you consider working with your own resources or using third-party resources? There are two considerations to look at. First one, globally there is a shortage of development skills which therefore become expensive. Secondly, the development platform market is very fragmented and immature. Here too, there are some balance to find and strong choices to make, which must be part of your long-term strategy. In conclusion, I would like to say a few words about Magic. In Magic, we have developed an offering to address all these 9 keys for helping enterprises, independent software vendors, and system integrators in their mobile enterprise application projects. Magic mobile capabilities include a multi-platform solution for all the major mobile operating systems, enterprise integration capabilities with off-the-shelf connectors to the main CRM, ERP, and finance systems, several native clients, support of any form factors including smartphones and tablets, and finally the capability to develop native HTML5 or hybrid applications. I give you some screenshots of projects done with Magic Mobile Solution, and obviously we'll be happy to help you in any mobile enterprise application project you may consider. The advantages of working with Magic is that our customers reduce the number of skills that are needed for their projects. Speed of delivery is increased. Solution is scalable. Our customers can align cost with their business benefit. Our solution is future-proof, and we provide flexible and competitive pricing model. Thank you all for attending this webinar, and have a good day.